Yay, Brittany Cano here with Holistic Nurse Coaches. I help the overextended woman who's been taking care of everybody else, whether it's work, whether it's family, start to also take care of yourself through mental support, emotional support, physical health. So today I want to talk to you about something I'm really excited about, and that's peptide protocols. For at least a year, I've been exploring how to bring this into my practice. And I actually, for my concierge IV vitamin hydration business, I actually recently hired a new medical director with that intention in mind to be able to offer peptides because of the healing benefits. They can be great for lowering inflammation, healing the gut, whether you have an old injury or a new injury, maybe you're post-surgical and you had your knee worked on, your shoulder worked on, can just really accelerate the healing process and can also be great for things such as medical grade weight loss. And you've probably seen a lot of that over the last couple of years really taking off. And so knowing that these can be just such a powerful tool to support and elevating people's quality of life, I'm so excited to be able to offer them. Some things that I want you to keep in mind is that it's really important where you are sourcing your peptides from if you decide to go that route. There are a lot that are out there for research only. There are a lot that are being made in labs. What is a lab? It's not regulated necessarily in those situations. So I want you, if you start going down the peptide rabbit hole, to really look at the quality. A pharmacy that you work with is so important. The pharmacy that I work with, it has an NABP certification, third-party testing, and you're going to be working with a medical provider. When these things are missing, you can put yourself in a really dangerous situation. So these are things that you want to keep in mind when you're looking into any kind of peptide protocols. What is the quality? Where are they coming from? Am I working with a medical provider? Is this actually a compounding pharmacy? Or in some cases, if you're being prescribed this by your doctor, it's going to come from another pharmacy. That's okay too. And we want to make sure that we're getting really pure, clean products with anything, right? We want to know what we're putting in our body. So that being said, I really think that we're at this pivotal stage in our health situation in the United States. We're such a advanced country and we have so much to offer, but we're getting, as a population, I'm speaking in general terms, we're getting sicker and sicker. 117 million people at least have one or more chronic preventable, I want you to just emphasize that, preventable disease. As y'all know, that's one of the reasons I started my business almost 10 years ago. Is my background is in ICU nursing. And there were times I could look around the entire unit. And now this wasn't a trauma unit because that can be a totally different situation. We're talking about car accidents, people falling off ladders, those kinds of things. But a medical and a surgical and a neuro ICU, and many of the patients in there were in there from things that were preventable. And that has really inspired me to start my practice 10 years ago. And so I just want you to think about that we have so much power in so many situations with our health to really reclaim our health. And there's so many things that we can do. And peptides are one of those things that can be used as a tool. It's important though, with anything, that we combine it with those lifestyle changes. And I could go on a whole tangent about that, but I'm not going to do that in this video. What I really wanted to do in this video is talk to you that there's so much power and there's so much information that can really help you when it comes to peptides. If you'd like to learn more, reach out to me. We can set up a 15-minute consult where you can tell me everything you have going on. You can tell me what you're looking to do, whether you're looking to optimize your health. Maybe you're like, I'm already healthy, I'm already active, I'm already fit, I feel great, and I want to keep that going. Or maybe you're dealing with a chronic hip issue or back issue. Maybe your libido is in the tank. Maybe you've gained 30 pounds and you're like, no matter what I do, I can't turn it off. Maybe you're like I used to be, and all you do is think about food all day. And you're like, okay, I've heard about these things that can help, but are they safe? How do I do it? How do I do it in a way that's going to help me long term? I'm always looking at like, what can we do that's sustainable? What can we do that's safe? What can we do that's effective? And that makes sense for you, because each person is individual. There's things that we studies are done on populations, right? And then we pull out the information, but my goal is to work with you individually to help you find a protocol that makes sense specifically for you and that you feel really good with. So if you want to learn more information, feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to hear from you. Comment below if anything in this video stood out, whether it's that you can't be buying these research only peptides that are made in a lab. Is the lab in somebody's kitchen? Like, you really want to know where they're coming from. You want to be safe, especially when you're putting these things in your body. Is it that the statistics, right? 73.6% of Americans are overweight or obese. So what does that mean? There are people that are overweight that are healthy and active. But we also know that the more our BMI increases, so does our risk of disease. It puts us at risk of so many other illnesses and ailments. It's a large percentage of our population. And I think we're at this point, like I said, where we're really ready to shift that and be healthier, be more active, really enjoy our quality of life so much more because we have so many abundant resources. Again, I'm speaking in generalizations here, but we do have a lot of resources, many of us do, so that we really can have good quality of life. So feel free to ask me questions. When I go to the financial advisor, I ask her the same questions every 3 months. It's like a foreign language to me. So if medicine, if wellness, if fitness, if health is like foreign language, please find somebody that you trust, that's reputable, to help you, to give you some guidance. And also, if you're like, I have a general understanding of health, I have a general understanding of the body, of what I need, keep following your curiosity and be your own advocate. It's really important that you do your research on whatever it is that you are working on in your health and wellness. It's important that you do ask powerful questions, that you don't just take whatever information is given to you as a solid fact, that you make sure you're getting the best quality of care that's possible for you. So with that, I hope you have a great day. If you found some value in this video, please feel free to tag a friend or share, and I'll talk to you soon.